Hey Fit Fam, Coach Russo here with You'll Be Fit Forever. This is improve your core training. Now, I don't like YouTube videos that just waste a bunch of time talking about a bunch of stuff. Let's get right to the point, okay? Here are the 3 steps you can do to improve your core training. 1, deep muscle activation. I call that inner activation, which is kind of silly because all your muscles are inside, but I'm talking about the deep muscles. Your core is like a sandwich. We're in the middle of the sandwich, the deep layers of the sandwich, okay? Step 2, don't worry, I'm going to explain these all more in depth in the video. That's the whole point. Step 2, integration. Learning to use your core in your movements. I call that core-centered movement, which I'm developing an entire course, developing core-centered movement to help you guys, because that is literally the key to fitness. And the last step is progression and regression, which means your core training as you get stronger should increase in difficulty. Doing the same things keep you where you're at. So you want to make progress, you have to increase in difficulty. But more importantly, and I think some of the genius behind exercise science is, if you can't do a certain movement, you need to regress and do movements that are more suitable for your level. So you might be thinking, how do I know that? What do I have to do? And I'm like I said, I'm developing an entire course called Get a Stronger Core in 30 Days, where I'm going to be teaching you the progressions and the regressions and the integration and the internal activations, okay? But since it's YouTube, let's do some stuff right now, okay? So, and if you guys have trained with me, you know this one. My inner activation, right? Essentially the way to get into this muscle, it's called your transverse abdomen, and there's other inner muscles, is to suck the stomach in. You guys know I love that sound effect, okay? The vacuum, right, it functions like a corset. It's actually going to seal and create pressure around my spine, not unhealthy pressure. Why? Because my spine's in alignment. I'm actually creating this nice seal inside, okay? Now, to vacuum, I like to do this. You guys done this one with me. I put my hands on my knees. I got this from Yoga Master Brian Campbell. I'm going to exhale. I'm going to suck my stomach in off the floor. If I don't feel it, take my hand and suck it in, okay? Most people cannot do this. They need to learn it. Older adults, I've seen this is an epidemic. Most of you can't do this at all. Yes, I just called you out. So, practice, okay? So, that's my inner activation. That's the vacuum. Let me show you just one integration, one of many. And if you did exercises for seniors, it's actually very relatable. So what happens is, let's say I'm going to twist my hips, right? I'm going to turn over this way. Either I'm doing a standing twist, either I'm doing a reach and twist, or the floor. It doesn't matter, any kind of twist, right? If I just twist, the odds of me using my core muscles probably are 0, unfortunately. So we have to train our mind, right? Integrate. So we're going to start with piece 1. That's the vacuum, okay? I'm going to vacuum. Right? Boom. Now I'm going to use this vacuum to aid in my rotation. And what that means is vacuum in, turn and pull. You guys will see me do this with my hands. I drag across because I want to feel this internal muscle pulling me into the twist. Suck and twist, okay? Suck and twist. And you want to feel that pull coming across. That's why you use your hands. That's how you know you're doing right. If I just turn, all back, maybe some knees, right? If I use my core, boom, I'm integrating it. So the point of that one is not everyone, people that work out, they do planks, they do sit-ups, and they do all these things, which we do, and those are very good. But the function of a plank is not to get better at planks. The function of a plank is to activate your internal muscles to use in your other movements. And that's my bash of training right now is in exercises. They don't learn how to integrate things. What's the point of being able to do a 1-minute, 2-minute, 5-minute plank if you can't twist with your core, right? You can't do a squat with your core. Your core is not made for planks, folks. Your core is made for movement, core-centered movement. So that's a piece of the integration. So the last piece is progression and regression. So I don't expect you to know all the progressions and regressions. That's my job. I'm going to show you some of the progressions. And if you do the core strength workout today, we're going to be going through essentially an entire progression, starting from the chair, moving all the way up into harder and harder exercises. But here's a perfect example. Let me go back to the twisting, okay? So I'm here, boom, I'm sucking. I'm going to twist, okay? I'm getting this twist going. That would be considered like a level 1. And I'm going to progress into a more advanced level. So a more advanced level is now I'm going to pivot on this toe, and I'm going to get a full rotation, okay? Why is it a progression? I'm using more muscles, right? There's more muscles moving at the same time, okay? It's a little bit more challenging. You're like, Coach, I don't feel it. Okay, let's go to the next level, okay? And you guys have done this with me. This is the pivot and reach. So I'm going to suck, I'm going to tuck, right? I'm going to pull, I'm going to twist. I'm going to extend my arm out, Okay, now I'm getting the shoulder rotation and I'm working through, and it's allowing, if you guys notice, my hips to get all the way around. Okay, and then the last progression from this is the double. It's the double twist. I'm gonna be moving both feet. So I'd be like this, stomach in, hip and turn, pivot this arm, come all the way around. Watch this, boom. And you guys have seen me do this one where my arms are all the way around. That would be considered a full rotation. And another progression, just speed, right? Boom, and back. That's an example. So you can do all the twists you want, but if you're not stronger, if you're getting stronger, keep trying more and more challenging movements. But let's say you can't do a twist, you only feel it in your lower back, not uncommon, okay? Our regression, and I'll move here and I'll wrap things up. Our regression would be suck, give yourself a hug, self-love, and just do a little twist without the hips. Just do a little twist without the hips, right? Just do a little twist. And that's just thoracic rotation right here. Boom, boom. And even more basic regression is just the old school vacuum, sucking it in. Okay, so that's how core training works, folks, and that's how you can improve it. And like I said, I don't expect you guys to know all of this. There's a lot of resources. I obviously recommend my own, but there's a lot of resources for core training. Just make sure when you're looking for them, they're moving you through progressions, right? They're talking about internal activation, and they're integrating. But if you guys want complete programs, right here on YouTube is essentially all of the core workouts. I also have a catalog where they are organized and itemized. You click, you log in, you're gonna see all the core strength exercises, right? YouTube is limiting because you have to scroll all the way down. It's kind of hard to find the workouts. This program, they're all listed right there. Boom, pick it up. Boom, pick it up. Right there, itemized, you can start to work on your core muscles, okay? So I highly recommend getting the catalog if you're trying to do at-home workouts or if you're trying to learn how to use your core. Okay, and also be on the lookout. Get a stronger core in 30 days. It's coming out soon. All right, folks. So this was Improve Your Core Training. Hope you guys got a lot out of that. If you have questions, comment right below, okay? So with that, I'm Coach Russo, and this is You'll Be Fit Forever. Peace.